Dara, and I promised yesterday in my spicy meatless meatball recipe that I was going to make the whole Cinco de Mayo meal, and part of that would be making rice. And this is going to be a raw vegan rice made out of jicama or turnip. And if you don't have either one of these, jicama's from Mexico, and if you don't have one of these, then you can just, you know, use the food processor to grind up cauliflower. So that's another option. And this is really easy, but I want to show you how it's done. So you do need, for me, I would need a food processor for this, because shredding the jicama, or you could do it with a knife, you could peel it and then chop it up into really fine pieces, but it's so much quicker with a food processor. If you don't have one of these, they're a raw foodist dream, because guess what? You could take kale and just spin it around a couple times with the S-blade, and you are going to have just this fine kale that you can mix in and not have to just chew and chew on kale. I love this. You can do so many things, pâtés and cookies and my raw bread. If you go on More with Dara, you can have the recipe. So we'll need 2 bowls, a food processor with this blade, the shredding blade, and the S-blade. And then I got this really cool thing that I can use or don't have to use. I haven't used it yet. It's a potato masher strainer. So it will squash the potatoes and squeeze out the juice. We're going to use it for the jicama. And that's it. So the first one we'll use is this blade. I remember my mom and I were standing in front of the food processor saying, how does this work? Like, what? And so basically it goes in like this. And you just, ta-da. Then you put the top on, and you're pretty much ready to go. Now, the thing is about jicama, the only thing that's annoying about it is it's a little bit annoying to peel. So what I like to do is I will cut it first. It's very, very hard, and surprisingly, it does have a lot of water, right? Wow, this one is a really hard one. I am cutting it. So it gives me something to hold on to, and you don't have to cut it, you can peel it. But I like to use my, I can see where this is heading, one of those moments. This is one of those real moments where somebody put my peeler, okay, this one. I like the ceramic blade peelers. There's a bigger one that's even stronger than this. And so you just want to cut away the peel. You can cut it away, you can peel it away, and I don't know why I didn't do this before I turned the camera on, but that's just the way it goes. We can talk about raw food. And this one's going to be a hard one to peel. I'm sure some people have really great ways of doing it. Do the best you can. Cut off the end. Anyway, I want to show you the point of the matter and how to use the food processor with shredding anything, right? Carrots, beets, what a wonderful tool. You're going to see how quick and easy it is. So I guess I got to peel a little bit more because I got to get enough to show you how to do this. There. That's easier. So, we got a little bit bright. Let me lower that a bit. When the sun changes, it throws different light in here. So, for those of you who made the spicy non-meatballs yesterday, you can use that as a pâté. Today I didn't even make them into the ball shapes. I just spread some on a red cabbage with a slice of tomato and a slice of avocado. I served it to my friend and it was delicious. So it doesn't have to be shaped. Yesterday's meatball recipe could be a pâté, right? It could be a meatball, could be in a loaf. It's basically walnuts, mushrooms, and seasonings of your choice. And next, after this, we're going to have, so we'll have the meat, whatever, the ground beef. We'll have the rice. We'll have, I'm going to make a salsa and a guacamole. And then we'll have a cream sauce. Okay, so we have 2 pieces, right? And basically we turn it on. This piece has to be in, right? And then we can cut it small enough to go through the top, or we can lift this and go like that. Okay, some people could stop here, right? That is a mozzarella. It looks like shredded mozzarella. But the thing is that it has a lot of moisture. But it's shaped like mozzarella, so I wouldn't call that a rice. Looks like shredded cheese. We're not having cheese because cheese adds mucus, especially non-pasteurized. Pasteurized cheese and pasteurized milk just is like mucus in our body. Our body doesn't want it. It wants to expel it. And how you know that to be true? Give up dairy for a couple weeks and see what comes out. So we have this beautiful jicama that's shredded. Now to me, what I want to do is I want to squeeze out the moisture. And then the second bowl will be used after. This will be for the water, and this will be for the mixture. And I squeeze out a lot of the water. Then I'll wipe out that carafe, and I'll put it back in with the S blade to get rice pieces. So this rice can be used as rice in so many different ways. It can be used, you can make like a fried rice with corn and peas and coconut aminos and little chopped red pepper. Oops, wrong way, over this bowl. And then you could use this in vegan sushi, right? And then you could, there's so many things you could do with it. An Indian dish. So now I will put it back in. I'm not going to bother wiping this out because we're on camera. Here goes the S-blade. There's no moisture really in here. S-blade, put it back in. Obviously we'll have a lot more. We'll use the whole jicama. We could use the whole jicama plus the parsnip, which will behave in the same manner. And we will S-blade it. Not too much, because you just don't want to like pulverize it and get it mushy. You just want to have the rice-shaped pieces, and voila, that's it. I'm going to show you up close. I'll take a picture of it. So many things you can do. Anything you would do with rice, you can do with this. So I could serve a beautiful bed of this vegan rice, and then I'm going to need to make more. But so I'll serve it a bed of rice. You could do some guacamole, some salsa, some of the pate ground up. You could have, it's a wonderful dish, really and truly. I'll put it in my little bunny bowl so you can see. So it's not that complicated, it's not that hard, and it's white, and it's beautiful, and the tomatoes look so gorgeous with it. Ta-da! So there you have it, everybody. Get your greens on, because eating this way is going to make you feel just better, optimal health. We want to prevent disease. We really do. We don't want to eat regular rice. Regular white rice has no nutritional value. It gums us up, literally, the colon, the intestines. It's sticky, right? It's not going to move through. And the whole point of this, eating better and eating a raw food diet or a high raw food diet is getting the hydration from the food, the fiber from the food. We don't want to eat the things that cause inflammation like white rice. It's just not going to help us with our joints and our movement and the flow in our body. So remember, it's precious real estate, right? Precious real estate. What we put in makes a difference, and there's not enough time in the day to put in all the gorgeous things that we do need. So take the real estate and build something beautiful, like this beautiful spicy dinner that we are going to have. I will see you guys really soon. Get your greens on. Okay, so I just want to, here I am making the rest of it, and I wanted to show you that the easier way to do it, in my opinion, is to take the knife and just cut a really good sharp knife. Better than peeling. It's hard. The skin's really tight. Makes it hard to cut when the skin's on it. So this is perfect. Cut it with a knife. So excited. Perfect. making a big mess in the kitchen and it's fun. Okay, here we go. Wrong one. This is the water bowl. Oh, I didn't try to use my squeezer. Why not, right? Probably easier just by your hand, but let's see how we do. Why not? I have it. Somebody, one of us, our YouTube family members, suggested this last time. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. It's getting out a lot of the water. That's amazing. Wonderful. Play music, light candles, have flowers. Make it fun and sensual, right? I normally have music playing, but when I have the camera on, I didn't intend to show you guys this part. The camera happened to be right there still, and thought I'd show you. It's like the outtake. Okay. Okay, how long will this last? I wouldn't say. Not a lot of air in the glass container. Could last 4 or 5 days. You'll know when you smell and taste it, but this should last. Less water, less moisture, the longer it will last. So, if I were just serving the rice and rice for dinner, I would micro chop, dice, red pepper, orange pepper, some spicy pepper, cilantro, frozen corn. I defrost and put it in because it's hard to find non-GMO corn fresh. If you find it, that's great. Fresh corn, peas, right? Get a little, I like to add a little oil to it, add a little fat. So there you have a rice dinner, right? This would definitely, oh my goodness, I just, I put it in the wrong, I'll take the top off. I put it in the wrong one. That's funny. There we go. This is amazing, this thing. I love it. Really dry. Lovely. So we put it back in with the S-blade. Here we go. I use the pulse button, you can control it more. Take a look, if it looks like rice. And I'll use the spatula to get, there's some on the side. You can look up my sushi video. Beautiful. I am pleased, very pleased. I'm so glad you got to spend some time with me doing this. You see how easy this rice is. You can certainly fold in some beautiful oil and salt and your other veggies chopped up really small. To me, that's the key, really small. You want to consider mouthfeel. So yes, I love you guys, and do get your greens on.